Hello everyone, Mr. Lipchick here, and welcome to part one of a two-part discussion on the mass media and its power to influence public opinion. Mass media is defined as all of the means for communicating information to the general public. There are two types of mass media. There is print media, which consists of newspapers and magazines, and there is broadcast media, which consists of television and radio. The internet has become a new and very powerful type of media. The media is necessary for an informed public, which in turn is necessary for a democracy. Media and the president. 80% of all political news coverage on TV is about the president. The first president to successfully use mass media to relate his ideas to the people was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR. During the Great Depression, he explained his policies to help the economy in his fireside chats over the radio. His calm voice gave hope to many people and created support for his policies. Television began to displace radio, and the presidential debate between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon in 1960 was the first televised debate, but it would not be the last for sure. And since that time, all presidents have used TV to create and maintain their public image and to seek support for their policies. The White House manages the flow of information about the president through a number of different methods. This is called managing the message. Through news releases, these are ready-made stories prepared by officials for the press. News briefings, a government official makes an announcement or explains a decision, giving reporters a chance to ask questions. Press conferences, the news media directly questions the president, but are sometimes limited in what they may ask. A media event, a visually interesting event designed to reinforce a politician's position on an issue, such as going to a school to promote his or her views on education. And other methods, unofficial leaks by government officials, off-the-record meetings, and statements which are called backgrounders, to kind of test the waters to see how people feel about things. The media plays a big role in presidential campaigns, as I'm sure you're aware. The mass media helps select the candidates by demanding good looks, speaking ability, and the use of celebrity endorsements. The mass media influences the presidential nomination process by identifying the frontrunner in the polls. Sometimes a person is identified as frontrunner in early primaries, and this influences the election by creating more support for him or her. This enables them to attract more financial support. Television has become a powerful advertising tool for presidential candidates by using spot ads. And these are brief but frequently high-impact ads that positively describe the candidate or negatively describe his or her opponent. The TV advertising needed for a presidential campaign is extremely expensive. Candidates must fundraise extensively to pay for their ads. This has created a huge barrier, preventing many people from running for office. Television has weakened the role of political parties as the key link between the candidate and the voter. TV provides most of the political news. Candidates can no longer rely on their party to raise huge funds needed for a TV campaign. Candidates can appeal directly to the people, practically requiring the party to nominate the winner of the primaries. Congress in the media. Congress gets much less media coverage than the president. Much of what they do is technical and uninteresting to many viewers. The media reports mainly on congressional hearings, oversight committees, and the personal lives of congressmen and women. Unless there's some crisis or scandal, it's usually not going to get much media play. Most of the media coverage is done by reporters who focus on a single member of Congress for their local media. Confirmation hearings. When the Senate convenes to review presidential appointments, this creates a great deal of press coverage for Congress. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas was covered extensively during his confirmation hearing due to allegations of sexual harassment. Congressional oversight. Oversight committees review how the executive branch is carrying out the laws. In 1987, they reviewed the Iran-Contra scandal when the CIA secretly sold weapons to Iran and gave the money to Nicaraguan Contra rebels without the approval of Congress. And personal business. When a lawmaker gets into trouble in his or her personal life, it receives much coverage. People like a good scandal. When Senator Ted Kennedy's nephew was accused of rape, the media covered the senator's efforts to help him. Cable satellite public affairs network, or C-SPAN, covers the floor proceedings of the House and Senate. They're regularly televised on this channel. It may be a little boring at first, but it is a good channel to watch. There's an interesting hearing on there. And congressional recording studios are available. Lawmakers have recording studios where they can make radio and television ads, which are given to local news channels. The media in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court receives relatively little media coverage. Judges frequently isolate themselves from the media so that they may be viewed by the public as impartial. The issues handled by the court are complex and often only interest a small number of people. Justices are appointed for life and do not have to justify their decisions to the public. That concludes our discussion for Part 1. I look forward to seeing you in the live lesson. Have a great day.